Hey guys, we're back from the deck building episode. I can't actually play this deck building episode on my mini account because I literally just don't have Graveyard unlocked. Somehow Graveyard and Stein have just evaded me this entire time, even up to 10,000 trophies. But yeah. So the starter for the deck we've got today is Giant Skelly Graveyard, Snowball Curse. This is actually a pretty good starter, so I should be able to make a good deck very quickly here. So the first thing that we're going to be going for is, well, so Giant Skelly is our heavy tank already, so pretty much we don't really need to worry about getting a tank across the bridge. So, and this is going to play a lot like Giant Graveyard, except a little bit more slow roll, because I can't just straight up Giant Skelly Graveyard the river, because that's 11 elixir, and that's physically impossible. That's part of the synergy of Giant Graveyard, where you can just play 5 and 5, and that's 10. So you can just dump all of your elixir at the bridge and get tower down. So for this, we're going to have some sort of synergy that can keep the Giant Skelly alive, because I want to, well, yeah, I want to keep my Giant Skelly alive. But I also need stuff that doesn't activate King Tower easily, and works with lots of small spells, right? So Curse. The best possible Curse synergy is Curse double small spell, because that's just, so the way that Curse works, right, is that Curse, since damage amplification and a small spell in itself, you use Curse double small spell, and having 3 small spells together actually acts like a big spell. So you can play Curse double small spell, no big spell. So playing Curse big spell is actually kind of redundant, believe it or not. So in just the way that it ends up working, it's generally better to be playing Curse double small spell and no other spells in the deck. So then, now that we've got Curse double small spell, Giant Skelly Graveyard, I'll actually just put in the classic Giant Graveyard type cards, because I want to see how it works out right now. I like playing Giant Skelly Giant Graveyard Control instead of just regular Giant Graveyard. So I'm going to try this and this. I'm missing something here. I need more anti-air, because this isn't a cycle deck, so ain't no way I'm going to go second Musketeer. So it's not going to be Musketeer as my anti-air here, and I think that Gang is better than Guards right now, because I need some extra anti-air going. Because Graveyard is not a tower trading kind of thing, except for Giant... I suppose Giant Graveyard is, but this is more of a control style because of that extra elixir on the Giant Skelly there. Plus, I've got the extra tankage of the Giant Skelly. So I think that what I can use is some sort of tanky ranger that tends to stay alive for a long time. Like, say, Empress. You know, I'm considering just going all out and making a completely meta version of this deck because, well, I mean, it's already got a meta starter. I mean, I might as well just continue with the meta for the rest of the deck. So this would be just kind of a monstrous deck right now, where we've got overpowered DPS that survives all of the spells, and then we've got Berserker because she's overpowered, triple small spell because that's overpowered right now, Godpot because it's overpowered right now, Giant Scale is pretty okay, it's like a B tier card, and Graveyard because it's an S tier card. I've only got one Evo in the deck, and I don't even have that Evo, so this is going to be very interesting. I'm 1747 in Ultimate Champion right now, and they do matchmaking based off of that in this level 11 mode here. So probably going to kind of get dunked on today with no Evos, and that's another reason why I'm playing meta, by the way, because since I'm actually going to be playing against semi-decent players, there's no way I'm going to be able to survive playing anything other than meta. I'm actually going to Curse Arrows this. I should have cursed earlier, because I think the tower could have finished off the Skelly Barrel fast enough that I wouldn't have taken death damage if I played that. I've never played a Curse game. Well, I've played a tiny smidgen of Curse, so I don't know, like, any of the interactions. So this is going to get very interesting very quickly. Barb Barrel, Gobs again, and Skelly Barrel. I'm going to Gob Hut like this so none of the Spear Gobs bypass here. Very aggressive Fireball by him. I'm going to start slow rolling a Giant Skelly in the back now. He also should probably do something about those 2 Spear Gobs. No, he lets it go. Alright. So I'm going to just Empress behind. No need for a Graveyard yet, because he's got so many swarms that I don't have enough elixir in single time to do anything about that. So I'm just going to start playing my cards and get some value back, because overpowered offense does overpowered offense things. Snowball is great into Little Prince because of the fact that the Little Prince charges up, but after it stops being charged by the Snowball knockback, it takes forever to charge up again because of the slowdown. So it just generally works out very nicely. This Empress doesn't get me the craziest amount of value because she's locked onto a gang, but that's not the end of the world because it did fully kill his counter push, so I don't really mind it. Oh, Mortar, interesting. I'm actually going to Gob Hut this Mortar. Call me crazy, but Gob Hut's just kind of overpowered at the bridge. You can't really play anything into it because the Gob Hut's just going to continuously spawn Gobs. He decides to play that. This is fine because the Mortar locks onto the Berserker momentarily and then swaps to the Spear Gob, so I can play this afterwards to make sure I take no hits. Very good. I'm going to let this go now. Whatever he plays into that is dead anyway, so I don't really mind it. I like the defense of this deck in single time, so this Giant Skelly slows down the game enough. I don't really have to worry about that. I think that I Empress and then actually curse this, because there will be enough DPS on the board that I should get these Skellies down fast enough to tank for me. Just snowball this. So it's going to look very nice in double and triple time on my graveyards, because I'm going to be able to curse arrows or curse snowball his gobs, and then that's going to make his gobs his gobs to my gobs on the graveyard. So it's going to make the graveyard extra tanky. I don't know what he thinks he's doing with that one. That's kind of crazy by him. He decides to fireball, but my HUD is still alive, so he can't play offense, and I get an extra Spear Gob out of it. I think the Spear Gob actually dies to the Mortar Shot. Oh, it doesn't die. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to Empress first. I don't have enough... Oh, that cross? I thought that wasn't going to cross. Alright. Well, anyway, I'm going to go for this now, and then wait for the gang, curse Snowball, and this might just be game. We'll have to see. Yeah, that's good damage. That's a lot of damage right there. So, that's just Curse being Curse. Curse is kind of crazy good. I'm gonna wait for the thing. I'm gonna have the thing lock onto my Giant Skelly, because big tank means no lock on to my tower. I'll also Berserker opposite lane to make sure that it doesn't lock on at all, ever. He should have fireballed that forward, so it was gonna be in tower range, or at least closer to tower range. I can't do anything in this push because it was his Evo Cycle, and Evo Cycle means I don't get to do anything. I'm pretty sure that arrows should full kill this Little Prince after the Snowball is done with it. I'm actually going to Graveyard with this. Whoa, what? Okay, I guess I'll Curse and then Snowball. The Curse should help out. I don't even need a Snowball because the Skellies kill the Gobs, and wow, that's just gross. He can't gang, because if he does gang, he's just dead, and he's just dead anyway because he couldn't gang. Ugh. Disgusting. Well, this was a pretty easy deck to make because I got such a good starter and I decided to actually use good cards. So, yeah, I'll just play, I don't know, a couple more games with this. Disgusting. So, I can imagine that I could have trouble with, cheap air-based units. Like, no, because I've got small spells. There should be a cheap air tank, like an aerial berserker for 3 elixir. That's more tanky than a Mega Minion, but does less damage per second. Do I Empress this? I think I Empress this. Definitely now that he's played his Dark Gob. I'm gonna wait for the Gob Machine to walk up a little bit so the Empress snipes the Dark Gob first. Very good. I think I take 1 or 2 rocket shots on my... Oh, I don't. Okay, never mind. So, yeah, the Mega Minion is something I'm a little worried about, because I don't have much for that. I can just snowball it for now, but once it's behind a push, it's going to be annoying, because I'm going to have to Empress it. Okay, a Giant Skelly this. Giant Skelly does more DPS than one might expect. It's like, it's just not bad. Berserker also does pretty decent DPS, so I shouldn't take too many hits from this. 2 shots, not the worst thing in the world, especially considering the Spear Gobs were, distracted. Gob Giant? Oh, he's playing triple tank. Alright, so this is a whole meta deck. We'll have to see how that works. The P.E.K.K.A. does get hit by the Giant Skelly Bomb, which I like to see. Okay, Gob Hut. I needed a big Empress, so I can't play that early yet. There's my big Empress. Ah, he's got Curse. That's a big problem for me. I might just be dead. Am I dead? No, I'm not dead. Okay, I'm alive. I wonder if there was like some sort of snowball interaction I could have done to push those Gobs into my King Tower and get King Tower activated. If I get King Tower, I just win. So that's... Oh, he's playing triple tank Dart Gob? That's lame. He just slapped in an overpowered card, huh? Also, Dart Gob's really good right now. You should totally play that. Well, I think I just snowball on offense right now. It's going to be difficult for me to get a tank across in this matchup, so I'm going to have to protect my Empress at some point, but I don't have enough elixir to protect my Empress because of the single time that's going on right now. Alright, I'm hoping that the hut gets down in time. It does get down in time. Very nice. He doesn't... Wait, he's playing no Chef and Fireball. Why is he playing Fireball, triple tank, and no Chef? Alright, well, he's going to P.E.K.K.A. this, and then I'm going to Empress Graveyard opposite lane. He has Dark Gob for my Graveyard, which I'm not a huge fan. No, I can't Empress Graveyard opposite lane, because I would die to the P.E.K.K.A. because I don't have my Gob Hut close enough in cycle. I can actually defensive Graveyard this. Also, arrows, so he doesn't snipe my Empress. No, nothing? Okay. Arrows immediately. Get off my screen. Do I have to do anything about that? I think I have to Berserker. Berserker 2-taps Stab God, so this should be fine. Very odd play by him. I'm going to Giant Skelly in front and then get a second Empress down. I didn't have the Graveyard to win this game because Empress was just being really good. I'm going to curse this to make sure that all of this stuff dies sooner. Arrows this. This is going to work out very nicely for me now. That is good fireball value for him, but the Empress connects, and that's going to be just game there. So you notice I didn't really have to play my Graveyard. I didn't play a single offensive Graveyard all game long there. He just played incorrectly, and I got too much Empress value. That's Empress being overpowered, so I'll play another one. Kind of crazy that Empress is so good that you can get so much value killing tanks, even in a triple tank deck, that she just automatically wins me the game like that. Cannoneer I love to see, because Cannoneer is terrible against Graveyard, even with the faster hit speed now, it's just not that... if I was lightning speed on those arrows, I could have hit both, but I don't have Elixir to play everything now, so I can't. I mean, like, I do technically have Elixir, but if I had played the Curse on that, then I would have been down Elixir, and I don't know what deck he's playing, and it's physically possible that he could have just killed me outright in that individual cycle just there if I had played that Curse. It's not likely, but it was possible, and I've lost enough games to that kind of stuff that I don't even bother. I can get good arrows value here. Very nice. Did I do anything with this? I don't think I graveyard. I could graveyard on 0, but he still has to spend a lot of elixir for that, especially considering I cursed this because gobs, yeah. But since he just spent his arrows, this is going to be kind of a hassle for him to deal with. Very nice. I think I get... Oh, the Cannoneer just perfectly retargets. I'm going to Berserker Snowball because I've seen that his deck is not the kind of thing where he can kill me for overcommitting on like that, because he still has to play something on this. I can Gob Hut this and then probably Empress Low. He's probably going to Dark Up High, so I'm going to hover arrows for that. I think. I don't have very much splash in this deck, actually. I kind of wish I had more splash. Giant Skelly. He should not have played that Dark Up. He gave me value on taking out his Skelly King. What he should have done is just Skelly King debilitated and then nothing else, because I would have had to cycle one of my cards in order to get to my small spell to kill that. Anyway, I'm going to Graveyard first right now, because he doesn't have his Dark Up in hand, and it will tank for my Giant Skelly. Or it won't tank for my... Excuse me? Okay. Well, that's really fun. I love that. And, okay. The Mother Witch does actually go down, which is nice for me. Mother Witch is not as good of a graveyard counter as you might expect. I mean, like, just look at how much tower damage he took there. If you get lucky Skelly RNG, like I did in that push right there, you can actually just straight up beat Mother Witch. Okay, this is going to be a Cursed Snowball moment. I take one breaker shot, but I couldn't have played my snowball any differently. If I played my snowball, actually I could have snowballed early, because that would have knocked back the Skelly Barrel. Oops. Well, I'm pretty sure that Curse Arrows will full kill a Mother Witch. So, I like that. I can finally start getting my Empress down to this double time. The Empress Giant Skelly should probably just kill him, because I'm pretty sure his only good response to that is, die. His only good response to that is die. Okay. I have to wait on this. I can arrows the Mother Witch now, and that should hit everything. Very good. The Giant Skelly's dead, though. It was his Evo cycle, so I can't break through right now. I guess I'll just wait. No, I don't feel like it, so I'm just gonna go in anyway. Also, my Mother Witch doesn't... Not my Mother Witch. My, Empress doesn't cross. Doesn't really matter how much value he gets on these pigs here, because the Empress will get me so much value in return that it doesn't even really matter. And you can see that I even got 500 damage, 600 damage, 700 damage through the, Mother Witch, so it doesn't even really matter. I'll God Curse this, wait for the arrows value. Look at all those gobs. Alright, well, I'm going to Empress this because I don't want him to get all that Mother Witch value. That would be enough Mother Witch value. I could probably lose the game off of it. He lets his Dark Gob go? That's crazy. Alright, and that's just game because the Empress locks on. Well, that was an extremely easy episode, even easier than last time. Because this was an even better starter than last time. It's not... I didn't get an extra card of leeway like the last time player gave me 3 cards, but this deck has already such good synergy that it was extremely easy to build a deck off of it. Also, I used overpowered cards. I do wish I had a little bit more splash in the deck, so maybe just for the sake of not playing entirely meta, like I literally just slapped in 3 of the best cards in the game in a row, and then arrows. So maybe I'll try putting Bomber in the deck, so that can help us out with our splash a little bit. It's not like we're lacking in tanks anyway, because we've got the Mini Empress for the mini tank. Because the Mini Empress kind of fills the Berserker role. Bomber. I will Bomber as well. I specifically actually took out Evo Bomber because I don't want the... Wow. Well, we both got Empress and we both got Bomber. It's just kind of funny because we're both playing completely no skill because he went 6 elixir to the back, practically first play. Anyway, he's probably going to die right now because my Giant Skelly will tank for my Empress, and his Empress just loses, and Empress is so overpowered that he's not going to have a good time with this. Also, he just wasted his Skellies, and he kind of needs that for my Giant Skelly. I think I snowball this. I'm hoping that that will get up in time for the Giant Skelly Bomb. Does not. Very unfortunate. Alright, well. Bomber, Skellies, Berserker, Tesla, Empress. 5 of 8 cards so far. Don't know what he's playing. Could be really anything. Tesla means it's probably Cycle. Arrow's the Bomber. He's going to be back to his Evil Bomber in the next cycle right now. Not right now. Next cycle. Bomber alone will full counter our drill. I don't know the timing to play to make it full counter, so I'm just going to try and play it to tank for the Gob, but I'm not true red, true blue shenanigans, so I end up taking a bajillion Gob stabs because of the snowball. Alright, I'm gonna gob hut this. I wish I had something else I could have played on that. I probably should have bomber cursed, actually, because the extra gob would have helped me tank for the other gobs, even if he snowballed. Well, do I Empress? I think I Empress like this, and then snowball his Empress towards my hut. Odd snowball placement, but it'll be in range, so the gobs will help me tank. Not Graveyard, he's playing, Poison Drill, which is good for me, because that means he has absolutely no way to stop my Giant Skelly from countering his something. Also, he just went for a poison, and I've got Graveyard, so I'm going in right now. I don't even care about that drill, I'm going in right now. He should have waited for his Berserker on defense. He decided to play it on my Giant Skelly. I take a lot of damage. I don't get a lot of damage because of the Evo Bomber. I love Evo Bomber. Evo is so fun. Yippee! Alright, so if he didn't have Evo Bomber in hand there, he probably would have lost his entire tower, but he did, so he didn't. I'm gonna hut this because he's been consistently playing front drills, and the hut will full counter if he doesn't do anything about it. He decides to poison anyway. I'll snowball this. Just make sure that it doesn't spawn an extra gob. Okay. He decides to poison when he knows I have Graveyard, which is odd. Alright. I'm going to Empress the back. If he goes for another drill, I've got my bomber, so he can't really do that. He kind of just has to sit down and defend now. Right? Alright, yeah. I go for Graveyard, curse the Skellies, and then arrows afterwards. Oh, he decides not to. Okay, very interesting. Well, I'll arrows this. I don't even really care about any way that this works out or does not work out. I got okay damage, and I think I kill his counter push. I kill his counter push for the most part. I'm a Giant Skelly preemptively because I think he wants to drill right now. Yeah. And Giant Skelly is big unit, so he can't snowball that. I will snowball this just in case one of the gobs decides that it wants to lock onto my tower. I'm gonna Empress Graveyard right now because he needs his Empress to kill my Empress, so I can just go in. I'll curse this. That should be very nice value for me. I'm also going to arrows this now. The one gob spawns directly on top of his tower, which is kind of funny. And I get pretty solid damage there. But I also don't have much for his Empress because I used my Empress. I think that I have to hut this. Am I dead? I might be dead. Because he didn't have Empress for my Empress, but I don't have Empress for his Empress. Yeah, I'm just dead. Yeah, his deck is better than mine. What can I say? He's got Berserker and Evos. The Bomber actually wasn't the play there. So I think that I was correct with the Berserker. The lack of splash hurts, but I've got triple spell plus curse, so I can just make up for that. So I'll play one more game and then call it for this episode. Oh, I feel bad. This guy's only got 2 years experience. Well, probably just Berserker the back. Berserker is a safe play. You can play into anything. But since he committed a full 4 elixir, I can commit my 6 because I'm down only 2. And down only 2, I can pretty much make any defense come together. What's going on? Why are you leaking? Okay. Berserker, hut. I think he leaked a little bit of elixir before playing that, which is kind of odd. Hog Valk. Xe. Hog X NATO. Interesting. I'm just gonna straight up Graveyard this. Call me crazy. The thing is just that Cycle has a terrible time against Graveyard, so I can just play however I feel like it, and it'll pretty much just work out. I was kind of hoping the Skellies were going to kill the gobs fast enough that I could have gotten extra damage there. I had to snowball, but I also couldn't snowball because he's got Hog in his deck, and if I had snowballed, then I would have taken more damage on this Hog. But because I saved my snowball, I take no damage, so, yeah. It could have been more damage on offense if I snowballed, but I knew that I needed to snowball for defense is what I meant to say. So anyway, it's looking like I'm playing against Hog X NATO, Gob Spirit, Log, Valk. Nate. Wait, what's his last card? Oh, and Rocket. Rocket is his last card. So he's probably going to have a good time rocketing my big Empresses. So I'm probably actually going to save my mini... I'm going to play my Empresses for mini Empresses. He doesn't have his NATO in hand, so I'm free to play my Berserker. I have to worry about him trying to activate NATO off of my... I have to worry about him NATO activating King Tower off my Berserker, because Berserker is a lightweight unit, which means that she can get NATO to King Tower if he lets it connect to his tower. So he has to take up a little bit of damage for it, but it would be worth it for him. I don't have enough elixir to go for my Graveyard and then mini Empress afterwards, so I had to just hut this and then let the rest of it go. He lets his Xe go down, which is good for me. Do I arrows that? I think I do arrows that. Because I can Empress and then snowball his Hog right now. Even big Empress should work. Nothing? Nothing. What? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I was expecting that. The snowball, the Ice Spirit should get him 1 Hog shot. That's not okay. He got no Hog shots for that. Alright. And he has to rocket too, so he spent 511 for my 8. So he's down 3 elixir right now. You don't want to be down as a cycle player. I mean, you can kind of always be down as a cycle player. I wish I had more offensive cards right now, but I just had to cycle my Gob Hut. Anyway, graveyard time. Curse. Arrows. Show me your gobs. There they are. I should have pre-arrows that anyway. Oh, that log hit everything? That's crazy. Alright. Well, I get only a smidge of damage there, but that's not the end of the world considering it was his Evo push. Or, I mean, his Evo defense. The Berserker doesn't full counter, maybe? Does full counter. I get eat some XC damage here, but I don't really mind it. The Giant Skelly is trying to give him lineups. Alright. But he did just waste his rocket, so he might just be dead right now. I'm going to Empress with this and then Graveyard after. He's got Evo XE, so that's a problem. I'm not really going to get through on this offense. I will still go for my Curse Arrows. He can't Gobs because I've got the Curse, and he ends up taking a bajillion damage for it. That's disgusting. Alright, well, I think that I Berserker distract the XE and then Hut Snowball for the Hog. Everything planned out. The Berserker goes down because of the XE, but Gob Hut's overpowered, so it still had enough health to tank for it. I'm going to Giant Skelly the back. He could cycle around to a second Hog here, so I'm probably going to have to Empress this. Or not, alright. Well, I'll just Empress like this. Wait, I've got 4 spells in hand. This could be a problem if he Hogs. I guess we'll just see if he figures it out. Alright. Rocket NATO. Very aggressive. I'm going to just Hut this. He spent so much elixir on that. I'm just going to set up from the back again. I'm going to actually curse this to amplify the bomb damage, because bomb damage does a lot, so I think that amplifying it will be worth the value. I'm actually not sure about that, I'm just guessing, but, intuition. You gotta trust it sometimes. Okay, Berserker Snowball. I actually didn't even need the Berserker, I just needed to cycle to my Snowball, and the Berserker was the cheapest card there. I have to Empress this so that the XE doesn't get lineups on my tower. Evo XE is not something you can really let go. Anyway, he should block the river here. He does not. That's pretty much game over. I'm going to Curse and then Arrows. He has to Gobs, so I know that I can just play this. It's not a very fancy prediction. I just know that it's required for him to survive. Though, of course, he can't survive anyway, so, yeah, very nice. Well, there's the deck. It took 0 iterations in order to make this perfect deck. I tried Bomber once, and it wasn't the play, so, yeah, you literally just slap in 3 overpowered cards, put in Arrows, and call it a day. So, yeah, very nice stuff. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I feel like there's more to say here, but no, it's just a completed deck. You could honestly probably play this on top ladder. No, it's only got 1 Evo, never mind. Completely scratch everything I said. Play an Evo tank instead, like Evo Valk or something like that, and then you can play it on top ladder. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.